Providing children with a balanced and nutritious diet supports optimal brain development, enhancing their cognitive abilities, emotional well-being, and overall potential. Despite the prevailing economic challenges, parents and guardians have been cautioned not to sacrifice the nutritional needs of their wards. In separate interviews with the News Agency of Nigeria, nutritionists gave insight on adequate diet and easy meals to prepare for children that will boost brain and growth development.
For brain development, normally we always food that is very high in antioxidant, food that is very high in vitamin B and vitamin C, food that is high in omega-3 fatty acid and also 2 healthy fats. All this food that contain all this one is very good for brain development of a child. And also to when you talk about development of a child, talk about proteinous food. So that's why when we have the first time, for the first time diet, we have the staple foods, we contain grains, starchy foods, and all sorts of things. We have the legumes, which is also to vegetable proteins too. And also too, we have also to fruits and vegetables too. And the last one is now talk about the protein of animal source. That's animal protein. So if it's animal protein, if there's fruits and vegetable in a plate, and also too, if you have legumes in a plate, you have starchy or staple foods. This is a sample of a plate. And in a plate, you can see. And this is what to talk about the first time, particularly, really. We talk about the protein, which is the animal source. We talk about the grain, which is the staples. We talk about the fruits and vegetables, and we talk about the legumes. So now, for a plate of a child, and every plate of a child is 7 inches centimeters. We must have all these things present. And that's when we talk about adequate diets.
Key nutrients to look out for when you're preparing your child's meal, either the breakfast or the lunch or the dinner, is protein, especially carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals. So you get vitamins and minerals from your vegetables and fruits. A lot of times mothers don't fill their children's lunchbox or give their children fruits at home. They most time give them carbonated drinks or sugary drinks or pastries, biscuits. Meanwhile, you should actually have times where you fill your child's box with fruits and vegetables. Vegetables will come in as cucumber, will come in as carrots. Then, when it comes to protein, most people are guilty of this. It is not only the mother or the father that is entitled to protein. You have to give your child protein. Some go as far as giving the head of the family, which is the father, 2 pieces of meat, 3 pieces of meat. Meanwhile, you give half to the child. But at that point in time, the child needs more meat than even you, the father or the mother. So I encourage people to give their children more beef, more chicken, more fish than usual. For children, most times I say 2 cups of fruit, meaning, example, 1 apple, then a cup of watermelon or a slice of watermelon is fine for a child. When it comes to vegetable, a cup of vegetable is okay. Or you will agree with me that you cannot give a child a cup of ewedu or a cup of vegetable for real at once. The child will not take. So you can split it. And if it is not normal, the ugu leaf or the ewedu or the okra, you can give them cucumber, you can give them carrots. There are also forms of vegetables.
Now let's make a sample of a diet now. Let's make rice now. You don't want to make rice for them. Rice is the staple foods, which is the one that provides them energy. They need animal protein. It can be in type of a boiled egg and a chicken or a fish or a meat, you understand? They need to make sure that when they are going to school, they should pack fruits with their lunch box. A day is not complete. And also too, we always encourage them. Even if there's nothing, the child must take an egg per day. Either incorporate it to their diet or you just boil it for them so that they take it to supplement for the protein that they need for their growth. And also to all these things, even the yolk or egg is very important for a child brain development. So we must ensure that if you are not sure that your child is consuming this thing, you must make sure that you monitor them. If you cannot pack it for them to school when they are home with you, make sure that you under supervision, you make sure that they finish it so that you'll be sure. And that's one of the problems I notice about all these parents of these days, that they are not even sure what they are giving to the child and the child is consuming it. So you have to be adequate planning and preparation. So to monitoring, to make sure that what you are putting in, you are getting it back as a parent.
They recommended that parents engage in thorough meal preparation planning for their children.
So every food is easy to make so far you've made provision for it. For example, even as a mother, you're coming back from work and you want to cook stew that day, you want to go to the market that day, you want to prepare vegetable that day, it's going to be stressful for you. So most times I tell patients or I tell people to pre-plan their meals. Okay, this week, what are we eating all through the week, especially breakfast?
That it will be better for a parent to plan ahead for what the child is going to eat in the next day. Not that when you are waking in the morning, you will not be thinking of what the child wants to eat. So when there is a adequate plan and preparation, it makes us to have what we want in our own plates. But if there's no planning, that's one of the things I discovered these days about parents. You're always busy right away. You don't really plan ahead about the means preparation, what you want to give them per time per season. And that takes us to taking jokes.